just think like I think this is an important question to ask here is going back, what conversations do you wish you could have had about sex and who do you wish you could have had these conversations with? So would you wish that it was your parents or your teachers? Or who would you have liked to have these open conversations with and what would they have said to you?
I definitely wish that there would have been more conversations, and I I wish I would have had an adult figure who was like a safe place for me, because I didn't have that with my parents, and I never had that with an adult who I felt like I was safe
Mm,
around. So I don't necessarily think it would have been important who it was as long as I knew that I was in a safe place when talking about these things. And I just wish that, I mean, of course, I wish it would have been a woman to talk to me about these things because I was taught, that, my value is based on my purity. And I just wish that I was told how to value myself for who I am and how to say no in uncomfortable situations and how to have the audacity to, tell a man no and,
yeah, let's
do
change that
what I
word.
feel is
That not
comfortable.
the Yeah, let's change that word from audacity to power, to have the
Hmm.
power and the capability to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And had I been taught about sex in a positive way, had I been taught about intimacy and sex, it would have saved me a lot of numbness
Mm,
when I decided to let go and, just have multiple partners because I didn't treat myself well,
okay.
and I put myself in a lot of dodgy situations.
Okay.
And I just wish that it would have been a little bit different growing up and like I would have had been empowered as a woman instead of just being, okay, I'm valueless now.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. Can you tell us a little bit more about like the psychology in that time? Like what were you thinking? What were you feeling in that period where you've said that you became very numb?
Well, I would say like I just was so done being obsessed about uh like my value being placed on my purity or whatever. And so I was just like, I'm just gonna have fun with it. But I didn't make any like meaningful connections. And so my psychology was, it's not, it's not a good one, but I just like the way I felt towards sex was like, all right, just one and done. Like I'm not into, a conversation. I'm not into cuddling. I'm not into um, any type of intimacy because if I really think about what I was thinking, if I really am honest with myself, I didn't feel like I deserved intimacy or I didn't feel like I deserved to have, like a sex life that was fulfilling for me because I've already had all that trauma, like religious trauma I was dealing with. I already felt like, well, I'm hellbound anyways. So what's the point of finding, intimacy in sex? It's just something I like to do for fun. So I think the psychology of it is really I didn't feel like I deserved, um,
Hmm.
you know, some of the amazing aspects of sex.